Get away.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's a gift. My mother had it before me.
Well, go on, then.
Well, now, are you sure? Because it's not everybody wants to know their future, you know. And I have to tell the truth, whether it's good or not so good.
Yeah, I think I can take it.
Right. Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Now, you see them leaves down at the bottom in the shape of a pyramid?
Well...
That means you're going to be journeying east, does that?
To Egypt?
Not necessarily, no, but in that general direction.
Well, a message from the boss. We are working, in case you haven't noticed. So will you go and check them out? It's not pulling as it should.
Yeah, in a minute. We're having his fortunes told here.
Oh, you are you?
Do, Betty's. That's your cup there, isn't it, Betty?
Oh, right.
No, you needn't bother. No.
Sure, listen. Go on, Hilda, what can you see in there?
A minute.
Ah, silver.
Oh, aye, how do you make that out?
See that down there? The gleam of precious metal.
Ah, that's a bit of sugar that's dried on.
Oh, well, to you, yeah, of course it is.
Silver. I look forward to that. How about this mild? Come on.
Is this a sitting or what?
Listen to this, Bet. We're having his fortunes told here.
Oh, blimey, Hilda.
I'm going to travel to Egypt. Betty's coming into silver.
Oh, sugar. We're not too sure.
Now, Bets, you'd like to know your future, wouldn't you, Bet?
No, not if me past's out to go by, I wouldn't.
Come on, Hilda. What can you see in there?
Washing up.
If folk are going to scoff, I've got no wish to continue.
Anyone at home?
Now I must be going mystic. I'm hearing voices.
I'll go.
Oh, well, now, from what I can see here, you're going to have a visit.
A visit. Right. Can we get going now?
From a long-lost relative,
From a long-lost relative.
who will have news of another relative.
News of another relative. Aye. Fine. Anything else?
No, not as I can see here.
Well, thank God for that. Now, can we get going now? Or I might be tempted to start looking into your future. Then we both might find out you've not got one. Right, Wilf, I'm going down shops. I shan't be long.
Yeah. Hey, what do I do if this long-lost relative of yours turns up?
Hey, you don't want to encourage Hilda, you know. She'll drive us all potty with it.
Yeah, but it's only a bit of fun.
Not to her, it's not.
Well, if we can't shut her up any other way, we can always start drinking coffee, can't we?
Oh, no. She's not as easily shaken off as that, isn't our Hilda. She can read coffee grounds out. I've known her read dregs off a beer glass before today.
I'm surprised she'd never set up on Blackpool Prom.
You wish she had before this week's out. Anyhow, can I get you out?
No thanks, Ben. Oh, happen a fly whisk and a bottle of suntan oil.
For your trip to Egypt, is it?
And then one morning, just after we finished our breakfast, I was siding the pots, and I looked in Stan's cup, and I said to him, "Hey, you're not leaving this house today." And he said, "Why ever not?" And I said, "Because of this warning I can see here in the bottom of your cup." And he said, "Let's have a look." So I showed him.
I told him, don't encourage her, I said.
Look, she'll never give up till she proves her point.
What's a good idea, Betty?
Well, I never had any idea.
No, but I have. What is it, Hilda? That song?
Polly Wally Doodle all the day. Go on, you know Polly Wally Doodle.
Are you sure it's not some sort of mystical chant?
Eh?
Are you sure you're not summoning up gremlins to help you fulfill your prophecies?
My prophecies don't need no help from gremlins or chance. No, if I've seen it in the tea leaves, it'll happen. All of its own accord.
There you are, Betty. Don't say I never give you no.
Oh, way, it's lovely. What have I done to deserve this?
Don't get overexcited. It's only a loan, isn't it?
Alone?
Yes, it's silver, you see.
I can see it's silver, but what are you lending me silver for?
Have you not had your yeast fight this morning or something? What did Hilda predict for you yesterday tea time?
Oh, silver. I thought she meant it was going to come to me naturally, you know, out of the blue. Oh, I was hoping that...
Hoping what? Betty, what is your honest opinion of tea leaf predictions?
Well, I suppose it's old wives' stuff, really.
Old wife stuff, exactly. So it's not going to happen, is it? Is it blinking heckers like? And you've seen how confident Gypsy Rose Ogden is. Going on about inevitability and psychic powers and whatnot. I'm going to end up with a demoralised cleaner on my hands if I'm not careful. And that can only lead to one thing, Betty. Cobwebs. Cobwebs, Betty. Rusty pumps, disease and destitution. So tuck it away and fetch it out when I give you the nod.
Oh.
And what are you going to do about mine, then? She said I was going to travel east.
Well, I'm thinking, Wilf. It's a prediction for me what poses the most problems, though. I don't know where to start looking for a relative. I don't really. As far as I know, they've all been deported or dead.
Well, you could get me a plane ticket to Japan. Yeah, they've got these places out there called geisha houses. Full of young women devoted to pleasing men.
Oh, well.
Well, doesn't have to be a return. One way I'll do. I'll pay halves.
Do you sell beer in this pub or what?
What can I get for you, Cherub?
Tater and a light ale, please.
Coming up. Betty, meat and tater for Hilda.
Certainly.
Good morning, was it, love?
Well, I don't know so much about good. I've done Mr. Baldwin's, and I've done here and given my own place a fair crack of the whip, so I reckon I've earned me dinner.
How's your pie, lovey?
My word, Betty, that's a nice locket. I've not seen that before, have I?
Oh, no. Thought I'd lost it, you see, but I just found it in the lining at the bottom of my bag.
My, it is a nice one. I bet it's silver or something.
Yes, it is silver. Look at the markings.
Wilf, did you want to ask me something before? Something about wanting time off, was it? Useless?
Oh, aye. A card came in the lunchtime post from pal of mine out at Gorton, inviting me for my dinner on Saturday.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a very busy time, Hang on a second. Hilda, didn't you predict that Betty would find something precious?
Oh, not predict, no. I saw silver. Just like I saw Wilford be journeying east.
Bit of a come down from Japan, eh? Postcard from Gorton.
But Gorton's east, is it? Mike, Alf?
Well, it will be, won't it?
As the fried crows, yeah.
Well, this is totally amazing. This is uncanny.
No, I'm not surprised, not in the slightest. I've never been wrong yet.
Any chance of a readout of the national winner then, Hilda?
Oh, no. No, if I was to use my heaven-sent powers for gain, they'd dwindle, you see.
Hey, not so fast with your heaven-sent powers. Where's my relative what's supposed to be coming? We've not seen either of them, have we?
Oh, just be patient.
Never mind, be patient. I reckon these two are just coincidences, me. No, it's the relative what's the clincher. You being here, 7 o'clock tonight, Hilda Ogden, and if nobody's materialised by then, you can buy me a drink for having shattered my hopes.
All right, I will. But you'll be buying the drinks. I'll guarantee that, because you'll be celebrating your family reunion.
Hey, are you sure you know what you're doing? Look, if this relative of yours doesn't arrive soon, she's going to come down to work with a mighty wallop, isn't she?
Everything's under control, Betty, love.
Oh, excuse.
Yeah.
And as for you, Wilf, you really should go on the stage.
Oh.
I mean, why should we have to suffer alone? Hi, Hilda. Bad news, I'm afraid. Nobody's turned up yet, and look at the time.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry.
Oh, you were so confident, weren't you?
Well, there's time yet.
I know. Look, don't get me wrong, but it is a bit daft when you think about it. The idea that the arrangement of tea leaves can mean outline.
Well, I believe in them.
Yeah, I know, but perhaps it's not wise to let too many people know. I mean, folk have been put away for less.
What about me two that come true, then?
They must have just been coincidences, love. Let's face it, silver and trips to the east. They must happen to everybody every day in some form or another. Yes, love, what can I do for you?
Don't you know me?
You are Lobby Ludd, and I claim the £5.
Arthur. Your cousin Arthur.
You what? Arthur? My God, it is and all. Auntie Wilma's lad.
Long time no see.
Well, what was it you were saying just now, Bet?
I take it all back. It's totally unbelievable, is this? Arthur, it must be Bolton, 1962.
Would you have a drink with me, Arthur? You don't know it, but you've just made my day.
Hey, Tommy. Tommy Pig, innit? Saw you on the Legion on Sunday. I must be mistaken, pal.
This is my cousin Arthur, Jack.
Yeah, that's right. And I seen him in the tea leaves.
It's got to be a madhouse, this. Give us 2 pints of bitter and 2 halves of lager.
Come through to the snug, Arthur.
You can't kid me. I saw him on the Legion on Sunday. I was just going to say you were rubbish.
What are you talking about, Legion? He's Bet's cousin Arthur.
He is no more Bet's cousin Arthur than I am the Prince of Wales. Tommy Fig, club comic, and a rotten one at that.
Now, hang on a minute. Bet reckons he's their cousin Arthur. Jack Duckworth says he's some club comic. Somebody's going to do lally round here.
Look, she'll probably kill me, lovey, but I think this has gone on far enough.
What has?
He is a comic. She's having you on like she was with all the other predictions, you know.
You mean you never found that silver?
No.
And Wilf's trip to the east?
I'm sorry.
Well, thank you very much, Betty. I hope you all had a jolly good laugh.
Oh, it was only a joke, lovey.
Oh, yes, I can see that now. And we all know who the clown is, don't we? Next time I'll remember to wear my baggy pants and my big red nose.
What were all that about?
I had to tell her, didn't I? I couldn't let her go on thinking, could I?
You've told her? You've blown it?
Yes, I have. Look, you've had your fun. A joke is a joke. But this is turning into a full-blown panto.
Ta, Betty. Ta very much. Nice to know your mates are, isn't it?
Bet, Lynch? No, Chuck. I'm Betty. That's Bet. Oh, I know her now. My word, I haven't clapped eyes on her since I upset coffee table on her mother's rug. Yes, when England won World Cup. Yeah, fancy. Well, hang on a minute, Chuck. Bet, there's a gentleman to see you.
It's a tramp. Chuck him out.
Don't know me, do you, love?
God, I hope not. Why should I, love?
Uncle Ted. Auntie Ethel's husband. Oh, you probably don't remember me. We didn't see a lot of you, because your mother and our Ethel was allus rowing.
Ethel's dead, though, isn't she?
Oh, aye. Years back. Terrible commotion. Drank ammonia. Not my fault, like. She got awful with her nerves.
Well, where the hell have you been keeping yourself? In a flaming time warp?
No, it's hostels mainly for me these days. Not a lot of strength in my body. But I'll tell you what put me in mind of you. I was talking to this chap in the hostel the other night, you know, and he said he knew round here, so I asked him if he bumped into you. He says, oh, aye, you're well known in the district, like. We're working behind bar here.
Oh, fame at last.
So I thought I'll look her up. But I kept prevaricating, you know, the way you do. But I don't know why. When I woke up this morning, I knew I were on my way over. So here I am, pale and penniless. I hope you don't mind.
No. Makes me very happy, Uncle Ted.
Wonder what it makes Hilda, though.
Blooming heck, yeah. I think the less said about that, the better, don't you?
For your sake, yeah. Did you say out to you this morning? Did you say something? I said, did she say anything to you this morning? You know, Bet, about these predictions of yours, lovey.
Well, there's that too, say, is there? She's had a little joke. You've all had a good laugh.
Well, didn't you realise that there was something not quite right? You know, when all these things started to come true, just like you said they would.
No, Betty, I didn't. Because I didn't reckon my mates would pull out like that. Just shows how wrong it can be, doesn't it?
On your mother's side, you reckoned?
Eh?
Your uncle, what's it?
Ted? Oh, well, it'd have to be, wouldn't he? Seeing as I never knew nobody from my father's side.
I don't reckon you've seen a lot of him. I know his type.
Aye, so do I. And if he lived a bit nearer, I might just be worried myself.
Oh, he's not from round here, then?
He moved to Morecambe a couple of years back. So he says. He just come down for my Auntie Mabel's funeral.
Shouldn't you have been there?
Well, I didn't know I had an Auntie Mabel, did I? Not till Teddy the Terrible turned up.
Oh, not exactly a close family, were you?
You could say that.
You've got to hand it to Hilda. Long-lost relative, she said.
Aye, and as far as our Teddy's concerned, that's the way it can stop. He can't get lost long enough for me. Well, that's another one of life's little mysteries unravelled, at least till next week. And to think I used to reckon the VAT man was a fellow what sucked vodka and tonic.
Yeah. While you're playing little Miss Fix-It, do you think you could have a word with Hilda? She got her face right down to her kneecaps this morning.
And whose fault's that, then?
It wasn't my idea to play that daft trick on her, telling her that all her predictions come true.
And it wasn't me who blew it, neither. If you could have just kept quiet, Betty, Hilda would have been like a dog with 2 bones this morning.
Oh, come on, put her out of her misery. Tell her that your Uncle Ted did turn up. It'd be something.
Oh, aye. And do you reckon we'd ever hear the last of it, after all the mickey-taking we did with them other predictions of hers?
Oh, perhaps you're right.
I know I'm right, Betty, believe you me.
Phone, Bet.
Tell Wilf, who is it?
Mrs. Rigby.
Mrs. Rigby? I don't know any Mrs. Rigby.
Perhaps it's another of your long-lost relatives, lovey.
That Lynch? Stella Rigby? I'm sorry. White Swan? Rectory Gardens, you mean? Well, I know of it. So, what can I do for you, Mrs. Rigby? OK, Stella. See me? What for? Well, how very much. Oh, well, any time you like. I'm not going anywhere, am I? Right. I'll see you later, then. Bye-bye. Stella Rigby.
Who's she when she's at home?
Landlady of the White Swan. She wants to come round for a chat, make herself known to the new landlady of the Rovers. Now, what with that system of bells Mrs. Walker had fixed up?
Don't you dare.
Yes, look, the lights out, please, Betty. Hey, it's funny, isn't it? The things you see in tea leaves.
Oh, don't start all that again, love.
Little fella, bit on the scruffy side, letter T in his name. What's up, Bet? Look as if you've seen a ghost. Or a long-lost relative, more like.
I told you she'd find out sooner or later.
Well, I told you, it was in the tea leaves, wasn't it?
Well, you never said no to better a little fella. Letter T in his name. That weren't in the tea leaves.
You never asked me, did you?
Oh, all right, Hilda. So my Uncle Ted did turn up last night. You got one right now. Can we just forget about the whole thing?
Ooh, I only wish it were that easy.
Eh?
Well, I mean, if it were only just the once I'd seen this relative of yours.
You've seen him again?
I reckon he could be looming very large in your life. Very large.
Something to look forward to, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Well, I'll believe that when I see it, won't I? I mean, she's not exactly got a brilliant track record, has she? She was wrong with 2 out of 3.
I weren't wrong about him, though, was I? Cheers.
Hey, when did you see all this? All this about her Uncle Ted again?
Oh, must have been this morning, Betty, when I was washing the cups. Yeah, that'd be it.
I thought as much. Oh, you crafty little monkey. You never saw no such thing. You never did the washing up this morning. I did.
Yeah, well, come to think of it, you could be right. Still, we're not going to fall out over it, are we? I reckon me and her's just about quits now. And that's all that matters, isn't it?
You do a lot of alteration work then, love.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Everything from jeans to wedding dresses. I've just finished a wedding dress, as it happens. Second-hand it was, but not a mark on it.
All right. Who's getting wed round here, then?
Mrs. Harrison's eldest, Mafeking Terrace.
Phew, by the heck. I can remember when getting married in white meant something.
Trying to tell us something, Hilda.
Well, I wouldn't be in too much of a hurry to put your needle and cotton away if I was you. Because happens you want that wedding dress made into a christening robe before long. In fact, from what I've heard, if she doesn't get a move on, she could be having both services at the same time.
Charming. Yes, love.
It's better round.
Yes. Bet.
What?
A visitor.
Stella Rigby. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting to see you just yet.
Oh, if it's inconvenient.
No, it isn't that. It's just that with it being dinner time, I thought you would have been busy and all.
We are. But I've left everything in capable hands. At least in hands I can trust.
Oh, aye?
Yes, my husband. At least I hope I can trust him for his sake.
Yes. Well, do come through.
Oh, I don't mind stopping here for a bit if you're busy.
Oh, I think you'll find it's a bit more private through here. After you. Thanks. I shall be in the back if you want me, Elizabeth.
Cheeky monkey.
Yeah, who's she when she's at home?
White Swan.
Eh?
Landlady at White Swan down near church.
Do you know her?
Oh, only by sight. I've been there with Harry a couple of times.
Well, what's she doing here?
Well, according to Bet, she just popped round for a chat, you know. She wants to get to know the new lord and master.
Just so long as she don't get Bet into her bad habits.
Hey?
Well, that's the first time I've ever seen her on the right side of a bar.
I don't know whether I should.
Suit yourself.
Well, perhaps just a small one.
Say when.
Well, they hardly hold enough to bat the budget, do they? Cheers again.
Cheers.
I take it there isn't a Mr. Lynch, then?
No, there isn't.
I thought not. That fella behind the bar didn't seem your type, somehow.
Well, tar very much for that any road. You did say you were married?
To Miss Innes. No, I shouldn't say that. Paul's very good. I think they quite often are, second time round.
Oh, he's your second then?
That's right. Gordon was the first. Perfect gentleman in every way. Never forgot a birthday, never forgot an anniversary. I just had to snap my fingers and he was there. God, it was boring. There I go again. I'm just like a gramophone record. Still, I think it comes in handy, don't you, in our game? Gift of the gab, I mean. Not that I need to tell you that.
Did you say something about a night out?
Yes. We do it about once a month.
We?
The girls. Us landladies. About half a dozen of us, usually. We just have a bit of a get-together. Good old natter. Let our hair down a bit. Nothing naughty, mind. No male strippers are out like that.
Oh, dear, well, in that case... No, I'm only joking. It sounds absolutely smashing. And I never was one to miss a good old knees-up.
Not a knees-up, exactly. We were thinking of the Hare and Hounds next time.
Oh, the Hare and Hounds. Not exactly a bag of crisps and a brown ale job, that, is it?
Not exactly. Look, if it isn't your scene...
My scene? Oh, count us in. Do you know, I think I might even get to like this job yet.
Got a feeling, Gage?
Could be.
Well, what do you know?
Could I get away with this, do you reckon?
Well, you might. Just about. If I sewed the slit up and altered the neckline.
Oh, thanks, kid. Let me know what I owe you.
Well, I charge £3 an hour. I think we could call that quits at a tenner.
Hey, that's okay by me. I just hope you didn't mind me ringing up.
Oh, not at all. I'm glad of the work.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I'm on the verge of what you might call a breakthrough. A whole new ball game. In the social sense, that is. And obviously, I don't want to scrap my entire wardrobe.
Excuse the interruption, but Wilf sends his compliments and says, could you pop in the bar? He doesn't like the look of the bitter.
Oh, it's usually the taste. After he's sucked a barrel of it. Shan't be a sec.
All right, found some work for you, has she, her ladyship?
Seems like she's got a big do on.
Yeah, so I heard. Well, if she fancies her chance, good luck to her. Although, mind you, I'd hardly call the likes of Stella Rigby and that lot the cream. Still, I suppose when you've come from Nout and you've been common as muck all your life, well, don't mind if I crack on with the cleaning, do you?
There's no need to panic, Phyllis. It's all arranged. Brian's...
Oh, aye. I'm quite settled, thanks.
How do you get on with management? It's not a rude question.
Well, I always get on with the management, me. I've got a very good method. I just ignore them.
Good morning, friendly neighbourhood shopkeeper. I like the new sign you've got stuck up.
New sign?
Tick Unlimited. Wilf looking after you, is he?
He pulls pints better than you pull legs, I'll tell you that.
Oh, he's magic, isn't he, on the pumps? You should see his conjuring tricks.
By the way, I believe you're off out on the razzle tonight.
The razzle, Wilfred, tut-tut.
All right, so you're going on a shindig. I'd just like to know.
It's all in the lap of the gods, Wilf, lad.
Oh, well, if God's in the driving seat, we'll have it, aren't we? Yes, Hilda?
He's nippy, that man, but he needs watching.
What's this Dewey's talking about?
Lady Victualers, you know, Annie Walker's home of. They have this ceremony where they blue rinse your hair and make you swear on what they call a oath that you'll never drop an H in public. Plus, you can get things like corsets and fox furs at trade price.
Hey, seriously, it could be good for you, you know.
Do you reckon? Can you honestly see me fitting into that thing?
Yeah, well, why not? I mean, what are they? They've just jumped up... Well, I mean, the barmaids that have improved themselves, aren't they? Who invited you? Stella Rigby.
Her from White Swan. She just drifted in till the day.
Yeah, Stella Rigby, eh? Oh, well, she's into all that, isn't she? You know, all these charity things, parlour pennies, that sort of thing. Yeah, she'll be trying to pull you to sell some raffle tickets.
Right, Wilf's doing the last of the glasses, so I'll get off.
Try, love, I'll see you tonight.
Is it just going to be me and Wilf then? You know, if you're gadding out.
I've not really made my mind up to go.
Well, it's a while since you had a break, isn't it?
Is it? I hadn't thought. I suppose I'm in love with the job.
Yeah, we can see that. But don't go getting yourself chained to that bar. I mean, you deserve a break now and again.
Well, I wouldn't say no to a nice little rave up. But I mean, when you start knocking about with the likes of Stella Rigby, what'll folks say? They'll say I'm putting on airs, won't they?
Yeah.
You see, I'm one of nature's back rankers, Betty. That's my trouble. Still, I'll see how I feel. Oh, could you get that for me, love? It'll probably be Connie. You know that Mrs. Clayton?
Oh, hello, love.
Hiya, is Betty?
Yes, come on. Go through, lovey. She's expecting you.
Hello. Hi. That'll be all for now, Betty. You can trot off.
Oh, right. Bye. I heard the door. Her Royal Highness has a visitor. You can trot off now, Betty. That'll be all, Betty. No. Oh.
Well, kid, thanks a bundle. Looks great.
I'm glad you like it.
Cop for that envelope, the one with your name on it. It's the sum you mentioned, plus a little bit over the odds.
Oh, Ta. By the way, if your mates show any interest, don't be shy in mentioning my name.
Are you kidding? I shall tell them this was a little number I had run up by Chaparelli, won't I?
Well,
What?
give Betty a whistle. We've got Fagash Lil in.
Oh.
Good evening, Mrs. Rigby. That won't be a minute. I've sent Wilf for her. Anything you fancy while you're waiting?
No, thanks. I've got a taxi outside.
Oh.
Hiya, cock. Have you got a pint, or isn't the time? Not really. Oh, one thing. Will I need my opera glasses, or are they in with the ticket?
I've booked a table for 6 at the Hare and Hounds, but if you feel you need your opera glasses...
Oh, I never go nowhere without them. Wilfred, would you fetch me my opera glasses?
Hey, Madam Butterfly. We're going halves on this taxi, you know.
How do I look?
To be quite honest, lovey, I think you're letting the side down. I mean, they'll be thinking that we're all posh down here. You're not even wearing your lavatory earrings.
Am I not? Drat, I did feel a bit naked.
Go on, enjoy yourself. You look a treat, lovey.
Look, I'll give you a buzz about half-time, unless I've been sent off for bringing the trade into disrepute.
Oh, cool.
Thank the Lord for that. Thought we were never going to get shut.
Heavens above!
I'll have you know, it's took the best part of 25 quid to get looking like this.
It'll cost you that much in makeup to put it right.
I'm that bad, am I?
Well, as long as you enjoyed yourself, lovey.
I wish I could remember, Betty. I'll let you know as soon as I get my memory back. In the meantime, I've got this dust cart driving round in my head. And like you do at times like this, I've run out of aspirin. Wilf, be a love, nip to corner shop and get me something, or what sort I have.
Yeah, right. I see what you mean.
Would you like me to go make you a nice cup of tea, lovey?
I think so, yeah. My mouth is still at the same place, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Look, you go and sit down, and when we finish setting out here, I'll come through, love.
Come through.
Oh, I ask you, is it worth it? Well, it can't be, can it? I mean, not if you end up looking like that.
Are you feeling any better?
I tasted that last mouthful. It's a good sign, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Ta-da!
Oh, sorry.
I'll get you a glass of water.
He's beginning to come back to me now. I think I did have quite a nice time. They weren't a bad lot, all told. In fact, I think I could make a pal out of that Burrow Lynch Cliff for a foundryman. Oh, that Stella Rigby's a pain. Every time one of the girls went to the powder room, she got the knife out. God knows what she said about me when I went.
Still, I bet you give a good account of yourself, love.
Oh, I did. In fact, it's all coming back to me now. Our plain Lady Victuallers that well. I've invited them all back here to a buffet supper tomorrow night.
You've never?
I think you're right, Hilda. I must be going round the twist, because they're a right fussy lot. Still, Betty will help us out, won't you, love? With grub.
Look, are you forgetting something, lovey?
Oh.
Well, it's my night off.
Oh. Oh. Not to worry. It's only food.
Rover's return. Can you speak up a bit, please? No, she's gone. Can I give her a message? Yeah? Yeah, right. Does she know the number? Right, I'll tell her. Ta-da.
Who was that?
Betty's lad, ringing up from London. Said he's got some news for her and wants her to ring him back.
See if you can catch her. She will go in corner shop.
Yeah, right.
That's a nice one. Mainly seafood. You can get everything at the supermarket.
Mrs. Alder does posh buffets like that. Any road, if you push, give us a shout. I'll come and give you a hand.
Thanks all the same, Hilda, but I'll manage.
Yeah, well, if you can't, there's always Jackson's Chippy. I'll bet that's nearer their mark if the truth were told.
Just wish I had the nerve. Did you get through all right, love?
Oh, yes, thanks ever so much. He's been to see them and they're fine. It's our Gordon. They've had a little boy.
So I've been hearing.
He's £7, 2 ounces.
Oh, Gordon must be very excited.
He doesn't know if he's on his head or his heels, lovey, bless him.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. Do you want me to leave this?
Aye, go on. I don't know what I'll do with it. We can leave it.
Well, Betty'll help. She's marvellous at this sort of thing.
Oh, it's a night off.
Well, I was going to ask you for the rest of the day off, love, you see. I thought I might go to London and spend a few hours with them.
Aye, you go. We'll co-op somewhere or another. You go and give them my love.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one?
Right, it took you long enough.
We want to see what I had to shift.
You're getting ready early enough for your new friends, aren't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't waste this on my new friends, Betty.
Right, well...
This is for me old one. Can I have a bit of quiet, ladies and gentlemen, please? Our Betty has been looking like a granny for the last 20 years or so, bless her. But at last it's happened for real. Betty's a grandma.
Yeah.
So we're going to wet the baby's head. Now, one bottle's all you're getting, so it's first come, first served. Get them poured, Wilf, lad, and make sure me and Betty have got one.
Oh, you needn't have done that, lovey.
I know, I'm daft.
I know.
Well, Betty, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. And many more of them.
So say all of us.
Oh, blimey. Give him a chance. Listen, lovey, I've been thinking. I don't think I'll bother to go to London tomorrow. It might be a bit soon for them. Well, I'm not all that keen on having tomorrow night off, so if you still want me to help you with the food.
Are you sure?
Well, we can do most of it in the afternoon.
You know what you're doing? You're making me feel as though I've bribed you into this.
You have, haven't you? And it worked.
Great. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Betty.
Cheers. Well, it doesn't come cheap, you know, this sort of thing. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, me and Wilf can manage the bar this dinner if you just concentrate on doing Buffy for me.
Oh, go on, seeing as it's you. Anybody think you were entertaining royalty?
Come on, Hilda, love. Fresh cheese just brewed.
Oh, right. I'm just ready for a cuppa.
Hilda, do you think you could give the bathroom a real good doing for me today?
I always do.
Yes. But I want the place twinkling like a nun's glasses today. So if you could give it a real good going over, you know.
What are you hinting at?
I'm not hinting at anything. I just want the place looking nice. I mean, I've got visitors coming this evening.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's all in aid of, is it? I wondered why you were tearing all them colour pictures of gracious living out of your magazine. Your landlady friends, eh?
Yes, and they all know what's what. I mean, they've all got their own pubs. I don't want showing up, do I?
Well, if you want my opinion...
I don't.
There's no call to get snappy.
Who's getting snappy? And when you're finished upstairs, you can give the cutlery a going over. See if you can't bring it up a bit.
Yes, well, there's a limit to what you can do with EPNS, you know. I mean, it's different at Mrs. Lowther's. She's got real silver for when there's company. Any road, I'll do the best I can for you. Do you what's paying?
That's the most sensible remark you've made this morning.
Well, you'll not go far wrong with chicken, lovey. And 2 or 3 different sorts of salad, you know.
That one sounds nice, Betty. That one with celery and nuts and all that.
I dare say they'll all crack on me like this fancy food. But on the quiet, they'll be much more at home with fish and chips.
I am not giving them fish and chips, Hilda.
Well, you please yourself, but let's face it. Pub landladies, they're all top show, aren't they? I mean, it's all fur coats and holes in their vests.
Hilda, you're getting very close to the cliff edge now.
Eh? Oh, no. No, I wasn't getting at you. No, I was meaning proper pub landlady.
Bit of all right, does that, Betty?
Well, it should do. Been at it all day, practically.
Makes you feel hungry just looking at it.
Yeah.
Hey! Oh, I've been ravished all afternoon.
Keep your thieving hands off.
It's just the one.
Just keep your hands off.
I'll put it back if you like.
Don't you dare. You've spoilt the look of my plate now.
Hey up, the vultures are over already. Have you naught to do?
Well, probably Betty.
Helping yourself more like. It's nearly 5:30. Open up, will you? Oh, it looks great, Betty. You really think there'll be enough for you?
For 4 of you? Oh, plenty. We'll be eating leftovers all week, love.
Oh, I don't mind that.
No?
Just as long as everything's all right, you know.
I don't know why you're so bothered. I mean, what's it all in aid of? I mean, all this panic because you give your Stella Rigby a bit of a feed.
Well, I'll tell you, Betty.
Huh?
Stella and these pals of hers, they're like the jungle drums round all the Newton and Ridley pubs. They go all over the place. in and out of each other's pubs, dropping a little touch of acid here, little gem of gossip there. Well, I don't want them putting it round that I can't lay on a do or run a pub.
I thought they were your friends.
Oh, they are, considering I hardly know 'em yet.
You don't sound like friends to me. They're the sort that are going to stab you in the back.
Betty, love, if you ask me, they wouldn't waste time going behind my back. They'd just as soon stab me in the front.
Are you having some more, Gato, Stella? Oh, I daren't, love. I have to watch myself like a hawk.
That's the way Jeff watches me, like a hawk, and I'm sick of it.
Who is Jeff, your husband?
My impediment, you mean? I can be having a quiet chat and a laugh across the bar with the customer. Suddenly, I feel all the hair on my neck start to prickle, don't I, Shirley? Look round. Sure enough, it's Jeff watching me.
He's pathological about her.
That's one thing I can't stand, you know, jealousy. I mean, to me, it kills all feeling. You know what I mean?
Shirl's right, though. It's pathological, Jeff. If I didn't have these outings with Stella and Shirl, I'd go clinical. I would.
Of course, you see, you have the licence in joint names, don't you? Always a mistake, that.
A mistake, is it, a joint licence?
Gives your husband big ideas, you see.
They start taking liberties. Before you know where you are, they're lying in bed till opening time, standing with the customers, taking pocket money out of the till.
We have none of that at the White Swan, I can tell you. Paul knows. He'd be at that bus stop with his case packed if he tried any of that on with me.
Jeff's getting worse, though. Last night, I'm chatting to Arthur Lewin, a solicitor he is, one of my best customers, and he's getting a bit peckish. So I said to Jeff, don't just stand there dozy, go and make Mr. Lewin a chicken barm cake. Anyway, Arthur's chatting away. He's fascinating on divorce. I look round, there's no sign of this chicken barm cake, and there's Jeff staring at us through a crack in the kitchen door.
Bread knife in his hand, and
bread knife in his hand.
I don't like the sound of that.
Because you've never been married, Bet, have you?
Me? No. Always been lucky and careful.
No, but it's a byword in the licence trade. Husband being jealous for no reason at all.
No reason at all. I mean, you've got to talk to customers, haven't you?
Of course you have.
Here, listen, why don't we go in the bar and have a few?
Oh, a good idea. Let's go and weigh up the talent.
Talent?
You know, the old trouser leg.
That's all Beryl comes for.
She'll have to keep her chairs at home with this lot.
Do you reckon?
You what? My mother used to warn me about girls like them.
No, they're mad, Bet. It's right, Shirley. You and Belle, they only come on these get-togethers so that you can look at the talent.
What about you? Every time she comes to my place, she's looking around saying, isn't Dr. Armitage in tonight? Go and admit it.
I happen to like talking to him. No, he's a highly educated man, Bet. Been all over the world. Top gynecologist.
What about last Christmas? You told him you had something in your eye. Took him under the light so he could get that out with your handkerchief. You were steering him towards the mistletoe.
Don't believe a word of it, Bet.
Oh, it sounds absolutely fascinating. Elizabeth, the girls were just saying how much they enjoyed the buffet.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
Yes, I was saying to Shirley as we were arriving, wasn't I, Shirley? I said, don't worry about the food, I said. It's like chip shops. The best ones are often in the back streets. Only Shirley worries, you see, don't
Well, I have to worry. I mean, my stomach's never been the same since we had that bargain breaking Benidorm.
Oh, but we only ever serve the best in here. Isn't that right, Elizabeth?
Oh, if I've got anything to do with it, we do, yeah.
Well, any time Bet fails to appreciate you, I've always got a job for someone who can turn out good pub grub.
Oh, thank you.
Don't mind me being personal, will you? But you've got to look about your Rhonda Fleming. You know, the film star. You must have seen her. Yankee Pasha, Serpent of the Nile, all them. They made proper films in them days.
I've never heard of her. Have you heard of her, Terry?
No, I can't say I have. Oh, these youngsters know now, but you and me, we've got discrimination.
What do you mean, you and me? Same age group, is it?
She's a real baby snatcher, is Beryl. Do you remember that trouble with that Boy Scout?
Not a Boy Scout.
Oh, I know they're supposed to be prepared, but no one's prepared for Beryl. Hello, love.
I don't think much of your talent, Bet. You've got nothing in here worth chatting up tonight. It's either too old or half-witted.
Oh, you've caught us on a quiet night, I'm afraid. We get all sorts in here, generally speaking.
Well, no detriment to you, Bet, because after all, you can make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. But I mean, in a little backstreet pub like this, you don't get the cross-section, do you? I mean, take the White Swan. You see, we get people in there from all walks of life. There's architects, businessmen, Chartered accountants.
Yes, we get quite a collection in here. I mean,
in the
there's...
White Swan, you hear every topic under the sun discussed by experts.
Same in here.
Well, I'm quite sure, for example, we'll romp home in that contest of Newton and Riddlers. You know, the brainiest pub of the year.
Yes, we could do well in that.
Oh, I don't think you could enter the brainiest pub of the year, Bet. Not with the trade you get in the road.
No, but we could. And we are doing. Excuse me, girls. I'll just go and get us more drinkies.
Everything all right? Yes,
Yippee.
All right, then?
Yes, smash it.
Okay. Smash it.
Well, you're having a good time.
Good time. Listen, pal, this is just like going for a paddle in a shark-infested pond.